A lot of people will come in, they say, oh, I only need a 3-bedroom. But then, then they have a kid, or then the parent has to move in with them or something, and they could have got the 4-bedroom for $150 more a month. With the way that homes appreciate historically, you almost want to buy the biggest, nicest home you can comfortably afford, right? Like, everybody in the world wishes they bought a bigger house when interest rates were super low and not have bought the smallest house that was the least expensive house. But
Welcome to the Studio 321 podcast, powered by Brightway, the Steve Trout Agency. We're sitting down with real estate pros, insurance nerds, mortgage masterminds, and local legends who are making moves on the Space Coast. Hosted by the best insurance crew in the 321. At Studio 321, it's all about community, real connections, and sharing a few laughs along the way. Strap in, let's launch into today's episode. Today we're excited to welcome our first ever builder representative to the show. Joining us is Mathew Swist with DR Horton. Mathew is on the front lines of new construction here in our market, helping buyers navigate everything from floor plans and design selections to contracts and closing timelines. If you've ever wondered how the builder side really works, pricing, incentives, inventory, interest rate buydowns, today's episode is going to give you the behind-the-scenes look at what really is happening in new construction. What up?
What up, hey, man? Guys, appreciate it. Thanks.
How are you?
Thanks for having me. Happy to be here.
Glad you got the memo.
I did. Yeah, we nailed that.
2 for 2 the last time. Did you see that?
I did.
Yeah. Thank you. That's why I put it out there.
So what's up, man? Welcome to the show.
Yeah, thank you. It's awesome. This is pretty cool. First ever podcast.
Nice.
Awesome.
Nice.
So I'm going to have to get, like I said, used to the sound of my own voice in my headphones. But
Wait till you see yourself on camera.
Oh, good.
No, but you do that a lot, though.
I do a lot of events, yeah. But I got headshots for like the first time in a couple of years yesterday. And I'm like,
Very nice.
My mom's like, how'd they turn out? And I'm like, well, that's just unfortunate. They good, but that's just unfortunately what I look like now. So.
Oh, come on.
We've had a couple guests after the thing releases. They're like, man, if you ever want to get motivated to lose weight, go on the podcast because the camera's adding like 20
I'm
pounds.
glad I can't see myself right now.
And I'm not calling anybody out, but Quibido texts me. He's like, boy, I really took up a lot of that camera, didn't I?
Oh, my God, it does. It makes you feel bloat.
Yeah.
You do not look like that
Oh,
in
good.
real life.
Yeah, well,
you
that's
don't.
weird,
No,
right?
you don't.
So, man, tell us a little bit about yourself. Tell us your story, how you got to where you are today. And
Yeah, so I've been working for DR Horton for about 6 years now, so I'm definitely I don't feel like I'm new at this anymore, so that's good. I did general real estate for 2 years before that with Curry Kirshner Real Estate Group, so I love those guys. Dave Curry was the guy over there. He really helped me out. My older brother is who brought me into this business. Prior to real estate, I was a service manager at Gatto's, and I was just working 65 hours a week.
Oof.
I remember, yeah, it was brutal, and he was doing great in real estate, and he said, hey, come work with me. I'll pay your bills until you get going, and he really gave me that opportunity, so I
That's a
appreciate
good
it.
brother right there.
Yeah, for sure.
no,
And what's
that's awesome.
interesting about that is I remember, I'm like, well, I just didn't know if I could do it, if I could make that leap into doing real estate full time, because I had my license and I worked at it for like 6 months, but I was only doing it really part time. And I remember saying, all right, well, I'm going to ask them for a raise. And I asked them for like $1 raise. And they're like, all we could do is 50 cents. And I'm like, all right, well, I quit. And or I put my 2 weeks in. And like that day, my then girlfriend told me that she was pregnant. So if I didn't do it then, I never would have done it.
Right.
So I'm
Yeah.
so
Right.
thankful
Yeah,
that
that's
it just
great.
worked out that
Wow,
way.
that's incredible.
Yeah, big
awesome.
shout out to Big Bro too.
Yeah,
man.
no,
That's
he's
awesome.
awesome. Yeah,
Yeah.
he's over at Pulte now, so
Ooh,
he's still
yeah.
doing
Still
it.
doing
So
it, yeah.
yeah, for
That's,
sure.
my dad was a general contractor for Pulte. We actually live. Oh, my mom lives in it. He built that community in Island Crossings.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
beautiful homes.
Yeah, so we were the first house built there, and it was a shell dump. But yeah, it was
does that
pretty
mean?
cool. Huh?
What does shell dump mean?
You don't know what a shell dump is?
I think it's literally where they dump shells.
Shells.
Okay, all right. I don't think it's industry
Graded.
jargon. I was like, a shell dump. Yeah. And then I'm like, oh, wait, no.
Like the framing of a house.
Yeah,
I'm
well,
like,
No, it was
I
the
thought that
houses
first.
that were
legit
dumping here, or-
mountains and mountains of shells.
Oh,
I
okay.
mean, we would fossils of shells. But
We're
it's
all
pretty
learning
cool.
some new lingo
Yeah,
today.
Yeah.
for sure. Yeah,
It's pretty cool.
I recently heard that they used to do that somewhere.
Yeah, that
around
was
here.
Island Crossings. There, you can't even dig because you'll just find shells
Shells.
underneath
That's
it. The soil's
interesting.
awful
Didn't
over
know
there.
that.
Yeah.
Shell dump.
All right, man. So what's the sales rep at DR Horton do?
So I feel like my entire job is just contacting realtors and doing social events like
Oh,
this.
okay.
It's really what it is. But really, obviously, buyers will walk in, people interested or generally interested in they're somewhere along the line of looking at homes or trying to purchase a house, right? So we just kind of educate them on the benefits of new construction, the benefits of DR Horton or whatever company you happen to be working for at that time, and really just compare the new homes between the used homes, and then of course for realtors we try, at least with DR Horton, to just be a resource for the realtors, just so they have another avenue to go with their buyers, right? We're not always going to be the best fit for their buyers. A used house won't always be the best fit for their buyers. And we just try our best not to, we're not trying to compete with general real estate agents. We're just trying to, be a resource for
Give
them.
it another option.
Similar to how an insurance agent would be for them or a mortgage lender would be for them, just another kind of tool for them to use, you know?
Yeah, absolutely.
Now, if you don't mind me asking,
Sure.
do you do not offer? You said you're just educating more or less about new homes, just for the communities that are already built, or
Yeah, in upcoming areas and new communities, new projects. I mean, so we always have something in the works. I'm sure you've seen our communities, so
yeah.
we're definitely no stranger to Brevard County. So yeah, just trying to educate people on where we're going to be, what those communities are going to offer, and what we can offer their buyers.
is there any existing community or new that you guys are building that you guys are excited about?
So if anyone, in Brevard County, specifically that West Melbourne area, is familiar with Sawgrass Lakes, it's a huge
Yeah.
community. It has like the water slide. We're building we're actually well underway of building kind of not a replica of that, but a similar style community in Palm Bay called Cypress Bay West.
Okay.
And that's off the new, John Heritage Parkway entrance or exit down by that new 2-story Publix in Palm Bay. And that community is going to be like 1,300 homes, huge resort style amenities, multiple different product lines. So
cool.
I don't know if that's what we're trending towards, of doing like larger communities with multiple different product lines, but we are seeing more of that for sure. So
Very
I'm
cool,
excited
yeah.
about that.
Yeah, Palm
awesome.
Bay has grown so tremendously with like new homes and
And it was already
kind of
yeah.
dangerous
It
to
was
go
already
over there.
huge.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'm not sure if this is true. I heard somebody say this, that just the compound in Palm Bay is bigger than Rockledge and Cocoa put together.
Oh. okay.
So I know for sure that Palm Bay is the biggest like city, if you
Right.
will,
Yeah.
in Brevard County.
It
So
is.
that's naturally where, we're going to see most of the growth happening.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that where most of your neighborhoods are? Do you have them throughout the county, or?
We have them throughout the county. I mean, we have beautiful neighborhoods in Mims, and we have Satellite Beach townhomes. We have,
Oh, okay.
yeah. So we're really kind of diversifying to, from what we've typically done. We have really higher end homes coming up in Merritt Island. We're actually selling there now, and then in Cocoa, like right by like Cocoa Village, which is such a cool area.
Yeah, yeah.
I love Cocoa Village, so that's pretty cool.
Is that your guys' 2-story townhome buildings that are right by Timeout? Is that what you're talking about?
No, we have, it's called Riverwalk, and it's only like, I don't know, maybe like 20 homes or so. We like bought this existing community, really, is what we did, but it's like right off the river. Like,
No, it is awesome.
Yeah,
I went there
Riverwalk.
from the river.
Yeah.
My husband took me, and it's beautiful.
I have to
I mean,
take
we
a
have,
look at that.
yeah, we have our own dock.
Isn't
Really?
So
yeah?
it's pretty cool.
Isn't all the roofs have metal roofs too? Yep. Mhm. You have-
Riverwalk?
Riverwalk. Yeah.
We
You
might
have
be-
to.
Might be moving in a few years, so
I he was like, let me show you how like you get into here and everything like that. And
Yeah, it's
I was like-
beautiful.
and then you can. Oh, I just loved it. The location was perfect.
it's cool.
Yeah.
So that was a great one.
It's awesome.
What do you think sets DR Horton apart from like other builders in the area?
Well, there's a lot of great builders in the area.
Yeah.
There's a lot of large builders that you can find all over, the United States. And every builder, has something special to offer, I think. We really capitalize on, the incentives that we can offer are second to none, that's for sure. And then, we've kind of updated our process a bit. We got a new division president who's phenomenal. So he's implemented some new like quality assurance standards into our homes now, that our product today from a couple of years ago is night and day difference.
That's
So,
great to hear.
So we're really proud of our product. I think that we do more inspections than, any of the other major builders, or at least as many. I mean, our quality next to anybody else, I would put our homes to. And I mean, we really have a full stack of products, if you will. We have something for the first time home buyer. We have something for the person that wants their forever house. We have people, we have homes from, for people that are downsizing. So, we really have a good variety of products.
Good portfolio.
That's it.
Yeah. So like you hear a little bit in the marketplace that builders are honestly really like leading in sales right now. You know what I mean? Because they're able to offer such great incentives.
Yeah.
The buy down of the rates and stuff like that. And a lot of times can really, especially like for first time home buyers, can offer generally a better deal. Can you kind of tell us about that?
Sure.
Like what sets you guys apart from maybe somebody buying an old house versus buying through a builder?
I mean, it's the affordability, right?
Yeah.
I mean, the affordability right now, and I feel horrible for, people that are just getting out of high school or even college. I mean, like I think the average age for a home buyer now
It's like 36.
yeah, it's crazy. It's like 35 to 40 is what ChatGPT told me before. So, I mean, it's crazy. But with our incentives, I'm super proud of this this buyer that just closed on her house. She was 23.
Oh, yeah.
She's taking care of her dad, and she's a CNA, and she was able to close with us
That's
great.
because of the incentives that we can offer. It's really about the incentives, right? I mean, when you're talking about affordability, I mean, we really, should be top of mind for anybody that's looking for an
That's good to
affordable
know.
option. So, and then of course, as you well know, the insurance on new construction. I mean, I heard this couple talking yesterday. They're looking at a $325,000 resale house, and the insurance is $4,000 a year. I'm not sure how accurate or how common that is. I'm not sure what kind of house they were looking at, but that seems insane. $4,000 a year, and I mean we're $1,200 sub $1,000. I mean you would know better than me, but I mean
Yeah.
I mean, so that all comes into play.
Yeah, I mean, $300,000 house in Titusville built in 1955. Yeah, it's over $4,000 easily.
Yeah, I mean,
let's say it's got one of the rolled roofs or something like
Yeah.
that.
What's the same house in Titusville, brand new?
Brand new, $800.
Right. I mean, so, the affordability right now, just for everybody in this, this economy, is just tough. So, it's good that we have some products and some incentives to kind of help people out there.
Yeah.
And you guys have like warranties on your homes too.
We do, yeah. So we have all kinds of different warranties. We have like a 2-year electrical and plumbing warranty, 10-year structural warranties, and then of course the appliances all have their manufacturer warranties. So that's a plus.
Yeah.
You don't want to scrape by, get into one of these older homes, you get your tax return back, so now you can, afford the down payment, and then you have a water heater or, I mean, an AC or, I mean, plumbing issues. I mean, it's,
pipe or
plumbing.
I've
There's
had that
so much
before.
benefit to a new home. I mean, there really is.
and it's crazy. I think for the first time in history, $1 per square foot, we're less expensive.
Yeah.
I mean, at least in Palm Bay, right? That's primarily
Yeah.
where I'm working at. But I mean, $1 per square foot in Palm Bay on average is $210, and we're like $190. So we're less expensive per square foot, and then of course you add in the incentives and the insurance and everything on top. I mean, it's hard for resales to kind of compete with that. But,
Yeah.
but again, like I said, I mean, if you need an acre in Grant, we're not your builder. If you need a house that has a pool or something like that, or you're looking for something on the beach, I mean, we may not be the right fit, but for your typical buyer, we might be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And traditionally, at least, from what I've seen in the past, is a lot of these new builds, you get in at a pretty good price, and then you almost have instant equity.
Yeah, I
You
mean, in certain situations, right, the market's going to dictate that.
Yeah.
But that for sure, I mean, in my career, these last 6 years, that's been the norm.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And like, there's some people that don't want to wait for the builder to build the house. They want to move into a fairly new house and do it, and they're willing to pay the premium to do it.
No doubt. And what's nice, and at least with us, we're like, when people think of a spec home builder, they're thinking of us.
Yeah.
So we build hundreds of homes, and we just hope that people come and buy them, right? So we're not, in a lot of situations, you're not waiting the 6 months or the 8 months that you may have to when you think of new construction. You know, we have
Yeah.
homes. I have homes that we can close, you know, in a week if it's cash. So
Wow.
Yeah, and I would say, you know, DR Horton's probably looking at it like, you know, this market, they wouldn't be building all these houses,
Right.
you know,
no, I mean,
prior to having contracts on it, right? Because you're building them without contracts, right? You're
Correct,
building them and then
exactly.
selling them. Yeah, so
no, I'm really excited just about Brevard County as a whole. I
Yeah.
mean,
Yeah.
I'm sure that all your guests have said that, but just the growth that is coming into this area,
Yeah.
I mean, it's awesome, right?
We're gonna sink.
Yeah, we might. I don't know. I mean, you know, but it's just crazy when you. I mean, so it's not only just us that's building these huge communities and neighborhoods. I mean, other huge builders are building big projects down in Palm Bay too. So they must, you know, they've done their research. Publix does their research. McDonald's does their research. And they're popping up.
Oh
all
yeah,
over.
yeah.
Yeah, Publix
Yeah.
is everywhere. They
I know it's crazy.
It's all about they do statistical analysis of you know people moving in. They look at real estate sales and all that. You know, somebody who works for Publix lives across the street. He kind of went through it with me.
Our Publix has sushi. Have you ever been to a Publix that makes sushi?
Oh yeah,
Publix
every
makes
Publix.
it.
Oh,
every
really?
Publix-
Oh, well, you know, just recently I got Publix money, so you know, yeah. I didn't know that every Publix makes sushi.
Yeah, they have their
yeah.
sous chef
Yeah.
there and everything. They'll make it fresh
They're
for you
con-
as well.
That's
Yeah.
what I'm saying. Now it blew me away.
funny. We
They're
should
contracted.
have made him feel
Yeah.
like his Publix is
I
special.
thought it was. It was a
Well, I didn't know that.
2-story nice Publix. I was like, wow, they got sushi
No,
here?
they contract them.
Oh, you know, I really thought Palm Bay was growing up in the world.
Or they're just late to
Palm
the
Bay is
show.
growing up.
Yeah, very late, apparently.
You want to talk about instant equity? I feel like Palm Bay in a couple of years.
Oh, yeah.
What you're buying it now, it's going to be.
Oh yeah, they're building like crazy out there. You guys are, it's unbelievable.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The
for
neighborhoods that
sure.
are going on out there.
I mean, I think population wise, there
But it's traffic
almost
is
half a
crazy
million
there.
people in Palm Bay.
Yeah.
400, 500,000 in Palm Bay. It's crazy.
So if you were giving a few insurance agents advice on how to build a relationship with a builder,
Yeah.
what would you say?
Well, I mean, I
have them on a podcast.
yeah, I think this is awesome. Yeah, I mean, I couldn't be more satisfied. So yeah, definitely getting my money's worth. No, I think it's just like anything, though. You just go out there and you have to just keep, you know, networking and meeting people multiple times. I mean, they might not remember you the first time unless you do something silly, but
Yeah.
yeah, it's just putting yourself out there.
No, absolutely. There's a lot of time. Like, would it be advantageous for us to just start walking into model homes?
Yeah, I think so.
And you know, just chatting up with sales reps.
For
and
sure.
Doing that.
Yeah, for
Absolutely.
sure.
Yeah. One thing I noticed is, you know, I met you out at a marketing event.
Right.
And I don't know that I've seen a lot of builder reps out doing that. I feel like they're mainly sitting in the model homes waiting for it to come to them. And it was pretty cool seeing you out and about.
I appreciate
pressing the
that.
flesh.
Yeah, I mean, you know, I think that they're missing the mark there. I think you have to. I mean, yeah, I don't know. I mean, realtors are doing it. You know, insurance agents are doing it. I don't know why we wouldn't. So
Yeah.
that's kind of been, you know, my bread and butter into this market. I would say for every one sale I get from somebody just walking in and writing a check right then and there, it's 4 realtor sales,
Yeah,
you know,
right.
of meeting and connecting with people.
Are you part of SCAR?
No, but I do all their events, so
Okay.
they may not know I'm at their events, but I'm there. I might not. Yeah, I mean, I was a realtor, but like, yeah, I am not allowed to be a part of SCAR working for the builder. But our like my bosses and stuff, they are. So I go a lot of events,
okay.
and now my wife just got her real estate license.
Oh,
cool.
congrats.
Yeah.
Nice.
That's cool.
Okay.
It's awesome.
Very cool.
My first home I bought was a resale home. It was a flip house. Obviously, they cut corners on that. But as far inspection wise, everything looked great. You know, they put a pretty bow on it. And now, 21, I built a brand new home. And the difference between a resale and a brand new home is it's not even close. And I'm not talking ill of resale homes at all. I just know the advantages of a brand new home and how much more it offers, at least for me and my family. You know
Yeah,
what I
for
mean?
sure. I mean, you know, there's it feels when you buy a new car, it doesn't compare
Correct.
with buying a used car.
Correct.
You know, so
And to hear you say about the quality assurances that you guys are ramping up and doing better at, you
Yeah,
said
for
that's
sure.
a big deal too. Because
No
you hear a
doubt.
lot of complaints with builders, and I'm not speaking about you guys. Just that happens, part of the process, right?
yeah, after COVID or during COVID, it got craady for everybody. I
Correct.
mean, it was just a really difficult time. I mean, finding people, and I mean, I think we got like. We're waiting on a lift station for one of our communities, and it's on like a tanker out in like California. It's like, what the hell? So, you know, people couldn't get into their houses because that's what we were waiting on. It's like, good luck trying to explain that to somebody that's living in a hotel. It's like, well, we want to close on your house.
COVID was bad. My husband has a graduate company. He said, well, your door is sitting in the ocean right now,
Right.
so it'll be a little delayed.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
it was awful.
Yeah.
But people did not understand that.
No, they're not trying to hear that.
No.
They think that's you.
They have an expectation, and they want you to definitely,
Yeah.
deliver.
And the materials too are made over there or somewhere else. When everybody went through COVID, everybody's gone through staff
aluminum,
issues and stuff like that. Maybe materials, and I'm not saying the quality of the house isn't right, but that's part of the factor too.
Yeah,
So.
people like cutting corners?
Yeah, like, well, hey, we just got in all this to finish building your house, but it's not to our standards, so we have to send it back or something. I don't know if that happens.
Yeah, I
Hey,
mean,
you
like,
send a house back.
yeah. Well, you can't get a door, and then you
Yeah.
have to sub it with another door. And
Oh, yeah.
People are really partial to that door. And then,
Yeah.
So
Oh,
what
but-
are you actually seeing that people are actually looking for in a new construction home, though?
I mean, honestly, affordability is the biggest
Affordability?
key
Yeah.
factor for
Price
sure.
check, price
Especially, that's really the key factor. But people, resort style amenities are important, or at least a community pool, or
Yeah.
people want pickleball courts now and
Yeah.
gyms. So as far as the communities are concerned, and when the communities aren't concerned, and you're building like on a scattered lot. They want a nice area. They want, at least a 1/4 acre lot, something along those lines. And then, the split floor plans, big islands, stone surfaces. I mean, that's just kind of, where
That's the bread
what
and
people
butter.
are expecting
Yeah,
now.
Yeah, they're expecting the upgrades almost now.
Yeah,
right?
for sure. I mean, there's just so much competition in the market that they really kind of should expect it because
Sure.
there's somebody's you're gonna get it somewhere. You just have to
Right.
look for it and then kind of just sift through the best deal.
Are people able to negotiate with a builder, like a spec home builder?
Yeah, in certain situations, for sure. And then, we're less likely to do that because of all the incentives that we're offering. It costs us a crazy amount to get the interest rates that we can offer. So it's very expensive for us to do that, but it reflects on the monthly payment. So, and people understand that. And then, the closing costs that we give. So we're already giving a ton that it's hard for us to negotiate much more than that. But I'm sure, it depends on the situation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Yeah, because new home builds, you guys can offer, to pay for closing costs if you.
Yeah, for sure. Especially us.
if
I
you
mean,
do certain things.
Yeah,
right?
and we have like our own mortgage lender and
Right.
stuff that you have to use for those things. But so there's some benefits.
Very
And
cool.
are you allowed to I know he was to mention like insurance and how we connect with new but that's not a conflict of interest at all?
So of course, with us, we have our own insurance company that we at least give buyers a quote for, and we would. Just obviously, I'll say this on the podcast. We would like them to use
Yeah.
us, but they're not obligated to use
to,
us. So
right.
they can use anybody they have the best relationship with.
Yeah. Makes sense.
Most people, I don't know what our capture rate is, I'll be honest with you, but I don't know if most people use us or most people use whoever their car's through or whatever the case is, and they bundle
Sure,
it or
bundle.
whatever. But,
Bundle.
yeah, bundle. I don't know how that works.
Yeah.
Can you walk us through the process, like from start to finish? So I'm a buyer. I walk in. What's the first thing, in what's the first step in the process of building?
Yeah, so we obviously identify what you're looking for, what kind of house suits your needs, what kind of lot you want to be on, or what kind of home site, and if you want to be in a community or not in a community. But let's just say you find your perfect house, right? We go to contract. There's a series of inspections that need to be completed. You're welcome to be there for those inspections. We do like the pre-drywall inspection and all that. You can hire your own third-party home inspector. We're really transparent with all of that. And then, really our build times are anywhere from 90 to like 120 days. But typically, most people are buying homes that are at least halfway completed or maybe even completed, because you get the better incentives those way. We could still give you a lot of incentives from building from dirt, but it's hard to lock in your interest rate when 120 days out. We'd much rather do it 60 days out. So
Shoot, my house took 9 months to build.
yeah.
120 days. Dang.
But
I would have
it's
loved that.
it's a easy process. Like I actually started at D.R. Horton when I was in general real estate working for Curry Kirshner. I kind of zeroed in on this one community that was close to my house. It was called Brentwood Lakes. It's on Malabar Road in Palm Bay. And I almost exclusively sold all my clients' homes there just because I just identified that that was the best deal in that area. The home prices were comparable with used houses, and then the incentives that they were able to offer at the time, it was just an absolute like no-brainer for me and my clients. Finally, I sold so many houses in that neighborhood. The guy, Derek, who was working there, that was a sales rep at the time, he's like, hey, I need a model partner and we're hiring. So why don't you just come work for us? And that was, life-changing. And Derek was my partner for about 5 years. Great guy, awesome guy. Awesome. And that's how I started. But I mean, the process for a agent bringing their clients to new construction, it should be a good experience. It should be a relatively easy experience. Specifically for like newer agents that don't know exactly the complexities of how a resale house can, it can really get in the weeds, there's all kinds of issues that can pop up that new construction should be substantially easier for, for the realtor. So,
yeah. And from a realtor perspective, like commission wise, you guys are paying generally the same commission that they would get out in the market, right?
More. We pay 3% on the full price. There's some most builders pay commission. Sometimes they pay it on what they call the base price, like before the lot premium or upgrades or whatever. We pay it on the full price.
Oh, wow.
And 3% is pretty excellent. In the normal, resale market, maybe it's 2.5 is kind of, I think, the new norm, but I could be wrong.
Yeah. Wow. Huh. That's news to me. I don't keep up with that.
Would it be a conflict of interest if I get my real estate license?
That's awesome. Even to buy your own house, you should have it.
Yeah.
I had to take my test like 6 times, so it's not easy, but it's not hard either. You could take it unlimited times. It took me like 2 weeks to get it. So
You took 6 tests within 2 weeks?
Yeah, I was just going back to back. I'm like,
let's get through it. Let's
let me just knock it out. And maybe it wasn't 2 weeks. Maybe it was 3 weeks.
Yeah, I thought after the 3rd time, they're like, okay, you need a break.
No,
that's what they should do. Now they just charge you $60 every time you want to take it. So
yeah. They're like, all right, well, it'll pass this time.
But did you fall to the ground when you actually saw pass and you're like, oh, thank God.
I felt horrible because the first time I took it, I walked out and my brother and my wife were there with balloons. They're like, I'm like, I failed. Get back in the freaking car. Put those balloons away.
There's nothing more deflating than.
No, it was horrible.
You probably passed yours first time. My 220, it took me 3.
Yeah.
And the first time I took it, I honestly wasn't expecting to pass it because it was a difficult test. I just wanted to gauge where I was. And then it wasn't good. The second one, I missed by 2 questions.
Yeah.
And then the third one, man, is that a relief? Oof.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No, it was awesome when I passed it, but.
Awesome.
Yeah, when they were out there with those balloons.
I'm not good with testing, but I'm surprised I passed the first time.
My old neighbor, he got his real estate license just because he came across some money. He wanted to buy some homes. He saved himself like $80,000.
Yes.
Yeah, for
People
sure.
do that. If you're flipping homes, I would do that all day.
Yeah, and like with us, you could be your own realtor, and then you just get 3% and all the other incentives too. It's a good deal for realtors, that's for sure.
Mm-hmm. Oh, absolutely. Awesome. What's your most popular floor plan right now?
Man, we have this it's called the Cali. We build it in almost every neighborhood. And if you drive by Palm Bay, I'm not kidding when I say at least 1 in 10 homes are a Cali. Yeah, we build them they have 4 different elevations. That's what we call the front of the house. Mm-hmm. But it's just your normal 4-bedroom, 2-bath, split floor plan, big island, open living room, open dining room, walk-in pantry, huge walk-in, primary bedroom closet. So it's perfect for
the open plans are.
That's what I got.
Yeah.
The open concept, is definitely more popular.
Yeah, that's like a Brevard County staple.
Oh, you have a Cali?
No.
Okay. I was gonna say I wouldn't be surprised.
It's a 4-2 big island, open floor plan split.
Sure.
You know what I mean? That's just like your thing. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So and then it's it's affordable. They're like $350,000, and then we have all the incentives. So
wow. Yeah. What's the square footage on?
1828.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. Yeah.
So 1-story house way more popular than 2?
Oh yeah, for sure. I have a 2-story house. I'm from New Jersey. A lot of them are 2 stories. Ugh. Yeah, there is 1 bedroom that's hot. Not gonna lie, but yeah, and
2-bedroom.
But the stairs are what's keeping me in relative shape. I have a 4-year-old and a 5-year-old, so I'm always running up and down the stairs. So it's good for me. But
yeah. I want a 2-story.
Well, geez, you have a. So you said 4 and almost 5?
No, 4 and 5.
Oh, 4 and 5. Wow.
Yeah, we went back to back. Neither planned.
Those are the best.
Like I said, my wife, she walked in. I literally just put in my 2 weeks, and she walked in. And she's like, oh, I'm pregnant. And I'm like, what? Anyway, so actually, that's not it. So she walked in. She was going to tell me that she was pregnant. I was like flustered because I just put in my 2 weeks. I came home and she had this like card on the table. And so while I was working at Gatto's, there was a kitten that was stuck in a shock of a car.
Oh, no.
So we pried it out, and I'm like, okay, what am I going to do with this kitten? So
So it was alive.
it was alive. So I took the kitten home, right? That was like a week before.
Wow.
Anyway, I get home that night, and my wife is there, and she like gives me a card, and I'm like frustrated from work and like flustered, and it's like, oh, you're going to be a dad or whatever. And I'm like, what, for the freaking cat? And I'm like, why are you giving me this shit? Like, I had a hard day at work. And she's like, no, I'm pregnant. And I'm like, oh, okay.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, and then the next time was equally as shocking. So.
Did you keep the cat?
We actually ended up giving the cat to like one of our neighbors.
Good.
So
Yeah.
no, it was all good. So
Yeah, I
the
don't
cat
think
was
you're
good.
ever fully ready for your wife to
No.
say I'm pregnant.
No. And I mean, we were together
Especially
for
if it wasn't expected.
no, and we were together for a long time, like 8 years or so. So I mean, it's not like
You guys
I mean,
do know how
totally fine.
babies are,
You know?
right?
I figured it out after
Yeah.
the third time. I was like, all right.
What is this baby?
Yeah, so that was interesting.
Oh,
What?
yeah, that's a very good story for sure.
What do you? Obviously, you guys have a lot of different upgrades that you can do to different models and stuff. What would you say is like the best upgrade in your opinion that they can do? And then what would you say is like something that you would shy them away from upgrading?
So
Is he allowed to answer that?
I don't know. I'm going to try my best. So the best upgrade, in my opinion, for me is just tile throughout the house. Right,
Yeah.
get the carpet out of the bedrooms. We have a lot of
Yes.
we have some nice tile options. So that's what I would do. But I mean, as far as what's the worst upgrade, it really depends on the person, right? Like for me, if I
Such a corporate.
I no. But if I had to say, I don't like it comes standard with the kitchen appliances. You could add like you could upgrade the appliances, you could upgrade the washer and dryer. I probably wouldn't go that route because I kind of in particular I like certain appliances. I know my wife has preferences on the washer and dryer, so I don't think that it's worth adding the appliances. I think that that's something you could probably go and do otherwise. But anything like adding like electrical or different lights and stuff like that, you really want to do. If you're going to do those, do
it at
them.
time of
Do them.
construction.
Yeah,
Oh,
of
okay.
course.
Yeah.
You don't want an electrician coming in and punching a hole through your
Yeah.
stucco.
That's true.
I mean,
Do
do
it.
it while it's in their
you
construction.
I
do
had a
have
friend of
those.
mine that bought new construction, and he really regrets not doing some of the upgrades. He's like, at the time, it just seemed like such a stretch for us. And,
Yeah, for
we
sure.
were just trying to get in the home and make it affordable. He's like, but looking back, it was like the biggest mistake we made was not doing the upgraded tile. He's got mostly carpet and he hates it. And
Oh,
it's
no
just,
doubt.
you know what I mean? And now he's looking at the cost to do
Awful
that. He was
weighing
like, I would
that
have been
up.
way better off
Yeah,
just having the.
so we're not as like semi-custom as like Price Family Homes or Vieira Builders or something like that. But I definitely would upgrade. Do the kitchens, do the flooring. I mean, to rip out existing tile and then put in new tile, especially if you have kids or animals or something like that, it's a pain in the ass.
Yeah,
Yeah,
especially
no,
when you have
absolutely.
furniture in there already.
Yeah,
and,
for
ugh.
sure.
And
The
to
dust.
and to piggyback on that, if location is a thing in the communities, let's say it's somebody coming in wanting to build ground up. When we went and looked at ours, they had one on the water across the street. I think it was like $35,000 more for the lot, and I'm like, oh no, we can't afford that. It ended up being like $200 a month, right?
Yeah.
And I go, not a chance. Nope, we can't afford it. No, whatever. We moved in. We met the neighbors across the street that did build there, and as soon as you walk through the door, you see the view of the lake. And I go, damn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then a lot
Instant regret.
and a lot of people will come in, they say, oh, I only need a 3-bedroom. But then, then they have a kid,
Yeah,
or
life
then
happens.
the parent has to move in with them or something, and they could have got the
Yeah.
4-bedroom for $150 more a month. I mean,
Yeah.
so you may want to,
Yes.
that type of thing.
Yes.
And like again, with the way that homes appreciate historically, you almost want to buy the biggest, nicest home you can comfortably afford.
Yeah.
Right. Like everybody in the world wishes they bought a bigger house when interest rates were super low, and not have bought the the smallest house that was the least expensive house. But
Yeah.
Good sales pitch right there, people.
hey, we sell small homes too, so we have a new value series that
Really?
Yeah,
Small?
yeah,
Like,
yeah, they're
how
like-
small?
they're like 1,300 square foot.
Oh, I'm thinking about, like-
no, they're not tiny homes. They're not sheds, but that's if the economy keeps going the way it is, maybe we will get in the shed market. But But no, they're sub $300,000. So
Wow. That's pretty cool. You guys
Yeah,
have
for
a pretty
a brand new
wide
house.
range of offerings. Yeah.
I know. I feel like if someone comes in and be like, "This is my budget," and they're like, "Okay, this is like how we do with
This is where we
insurance.
go, yeah.
Like this is what I can offer you."
Yeah.
Oh, that's easy.
That's cool.
especially if they know what their monthly payment budget is. So many people come in and they say, my budget's $310,000, but that means $2,300 a month, or like, what does that mean to them?
Yeah.
So it's not always.
Yeah, monthly actually people look at more. I feel like
They should.
They should, yeah.
Monthly's everything.
No, absolutely. I mean, that's like he was saying, the number one thing is affordability. Monthly payment. That's literally at the end of the day what people care about.
You guys are mainly in Brevard or only in Brevard?
At Indian River.
Indian
so
River,
yeah, I
too.
could sell
Okay.
anywhere from Brevard. I could sell from Mims to Port St. Lucie. So, in that area. But I mean, DR Horton period is nationwide.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
We're the biggest builder in the country.
That was probably a stupid question. I just
Well, hey, not everybody knows, but now they do.
Now they
yeah. So I mean, we were talking about relationships and how important they are too. Like, so do you do your own events?
Yeah,
Do you
a ton.
and you collaborate with
Anybody that'll have me.
Oh,
you
nice.
know?
Oh,
Anybody that
we
wants
could- that's
wants me to be a part of it. I'm happy to be a part
awesome.
of
Oh
it.
yeah,
So,
we would definitely need
Yeah.
to connect.
yeah, for sure. And then I host events at my office and stuff like that too.
Okay, where's your office located?
In Cypress Bay West in Palm Bay.
You said that. Okay, yeah.
Yeah,
gotcha.
it's like it's a model house.
God, Palm
I would've-
Bay. I don't
Yeah,
know
it's-
the last time I've been over there.
Oh, it's
40 minutes from
It's
here.
far.
Yeah,
it's
it's
far down there too. I mean, it's a hike, but because I'm in southeast Palm Bay, so it's quite far.
Wow. Yeah.
But we could meet anywhere. I mean, we could collaborate and do an event in
Yeah.
like one of our big models at Riverwalk in Cocoa or something like that. I have access to all the models. So.
We would
very
love to
nice.
do that.
Yeah,
so
that'd be
keep
awesome.
in touch with us
Yeah,
on
no
that for
doubt.
sure. We're always looking for different ways to market ourselves. And
Yeah,
get out
absolutely.
in front of different
Yeah,
realtors
we'll
and everything.
definitely be
So
in touch. For sure.
What kind of events do you guys typically do?
Everything.
Yeah,
Yeah,
right.
we're-
It's exhausting.
we're doing. It
saw my
can be.
face.
Yeah, it's so hard being so popular, right?
I mean, it can be. It can, because at the end of the day, too, we got to be in the office. We're grinding, we're burning at both ends here, writing a lot of business, and so, but you can never really take your foot off the pedal on the marketing either, because it'll show itself pretty quick. So.
Yeah, for sure. Like I was off yesterday and I seriously did not want to go get those headshots done. But all the events that I do, they ask me for headshots. And the last event that I so whatever, this one guy didn't have headshots, so he made some AI picture of me that didn't even remotely resemble me. And I'm like, all right, this is ridiculous. Like he
Jeez.
yeah, I had it looked like I just got a ton of work on my face, a nose job, which didn't not need, but it was hurtful though. They really slimmed up my neck, so I'm like, all
That's
right.
like Steve when he does Sora. That does not look like you in your Superman outfit.
Yeah. So I've gotten into the AI stuff too, with
Yeah.
Sora and creating the videos and all that. So it's pretty fun.
Oh, it is.
I mean,
cool.
some of the stuff AI is doing is just mind blowing.
It
Oh,
is.
no doubt. I mean, yeah. I mean, I use ChatGPT for every question I have.
Yeah.
And I know that's just scratching the surface. I know that's already getting semi outdated.
Yeah.
I talked to some realtors and they're like, oh, these are my 10 favorite AI apps. 10 favorite AI apps. I only know of ChatGPT. I have no idea.
I was about to say, I know how I'm getting old. When you say 10, I'm like,
I know.
Yeah, I'm
It's
getting way
annoying.
left behind in this. Yeah.
Jeez.
And you can go down a rabbit hole spending a bunch of money on all these different apps, and then
Yeah.
you're only using them a couple times, and then, but yeah. Anyway, I wanted to ask you, speaking of AI and just tech in general, you may or may not know this, but is DR Horton? Do you guys ever hear of neighborhoods where they're building them with almost 3D printers or something? I mean, you hear some stuff like that in the industry.
So I don't.
What?
Yeah. So I've seen the videos of those, and they have I think one of the bigger companies. It's called Box something, and yeah, I mean I don't even know how that's done, but I know exactly what you're talking about. I hope we don't. Oh,
Yeah.
well, I don't know. I don't know if that would be a good thing or a bad thing. I don't know if that would drastically help with the affordability process, or if that would,
That's so scary.
if that would get me out of a job. I have
Yeah.
no idea
Yeah,
how
that's
the
what I was
AI
gonna
or
say,
how the technology is going to go.
I would think the really big builders are really looking into
Oh, I'm
how
positive
to
that
obviously
they-
get more efficient.
No
you know
doubt,
what I
of
mean?
course.
Yeah.
Yeah, where it like puts the concrete block up like
Yeah.
in a day.
Well, they like I
okay.
saw it.
Gotcha.
It's like 3D prints like with
Well,
concrete.
I've
right?
seen the 3D print stuff,
Yeah.
and then I've seen where there's literally an arm grabbing concrete and placing the blocks and building the house.
Yes.
Yeah,
I
I mean,
can't.
I mean,
don't-
that's
I
wild
don't-
Shit
stuff.
freaks me out.
I don't like that.
Yeah.
That freaks
Personally,
me
I
out.
don't like that.
Yeah.
I'm sure that you could really reduce all human mistakes down to almost zero, but I don't know.
There's got to be a human element to
There
construction.
has to be, you would think, right?
Yeah. Oh, you're still going to have a lot of different subs, but maybe some of the more expensive part of it or the slower part of the process
Yeah.
they could speed up.
Well,
with it,
if
you
they're
know?
doing the block, I feel like the new construction managers are going to be more like engineers, right? If they're just monitoring the machinery.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Interesting.
true.
Yeah, no, it's not for me.
We'll all be obsolete.
Yeah.
No, I don't want to hear that.
Yeah.
We'll be back here in 30 days, and we'll be like, "Oh, did you see that house that just
Yeah,
got
that
built
just
by
went-
a
Well,
robot?"
so they were building one. They have one of those on like O'Galley? On like O'Galley Road, there was
That
like
I'm
a.
not sure.
Oh, okay, yeah. They set something up there as like a demo,
Oh, okay.
but I don't know if it was ever like operational or whatever the situation was. But I remember there was something local about that.
Wow.
Yeah. So
If you find out where that's at, you got to shoot it to
Yeah,
it
for
over
sure,
to us.
will
I
do.
want to run by there. That's kind of creepy.
yeah, but I've been seeing like on social media, them building houses like that, and yeah, I think it might get weird.
It's so hard to get. Social media has like blown my mind. I
Well, the
don't
problem-
believe half the stuff
Oh
that's
yeah,
on there.
that could
the
be
problem
AI
too, it
fault.
could have been
Yeah.
AI.
Right.
They could have been going, "Oh, look, cool! They're building a house with 3D printers," and it was
It's
AI.
re-
Yeah, it's just a
That's what I'm
lie.
saying. Like it's just
There's some AI that's easy to see. There's some now where I like that was AI.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I saw a guy. He was a video of it was the camera facing him, and it showed over here what the other person was seeing. He's a male. It was showing a female. He's like, "This is how scary AI is," and I could not tell that was not a real person. It was
Yeah.
really scary.
I mean, I'm definitely going to get scammed for sure.
yeah. I feel you.
They're almost still getting me on the letters that they send me. So when they have stuff like that, it's not going to be good for people.
What are buyers asking for most right now in new builds? Do you
Yeah,
know?
I hate to keep coming back to this, but I mean, like, I feel like that the affordability issue is just so tight for people right now.
yeah.
That's mostly what they're looking for.
Okay.
And then,
they want more than they can afford.
well, that's always the case, right? I want more than I can afford.
that's
So,
true.
everybody's like that.
And then you
but-
regret it later, thinking that you were able to afford it at
yeah.
that time when you really
I
didn't.
know that's what I
yeah,
was talking about.
I just
that
bought my
lot.
wife a new Tahoe, and the payment on it's ridiculous. So that was
The payment for a car,
It's crazy.
No,
I just did the same thing, brother.
Yeah.
I feel you.
you are
Love it,
not
yeah.
going to have a $300 payment anymore in this
No.
world,
No.
this life.
But yeah, no, buyers are just looking for, they just want,
Affordability.
quality for their money.
Gotcha.
Really, is what they want.
Gotcha.
So now that you're on it, but you do build pools with your homes?
We don't. No,
You don't.
no. That's
Okay.
what I was saying. Like if
You subcontract
somebody
out.
wanted a pool or something, then we're not going to be the right fit. Now, almost all of our homes, you can put a pool on, but you're going to have to do it after. the
Yeah.
fact.
Okay, gotcha.
Gotcha. So you don't contract it during or whenever.
No, that's for a variety of different reasons, but that's just not our style. But if you did do that, like I think Vieira Builders, I'm not sure if they're even still doing it, but you would have to either put that money up front for the pool because the appraisal's not going to come in valued with the pool.
Right.
So you have to make up that appraisal shortfall. So it adds another layer of complexity for the lender. And then of course, if that deal falls through, you have like a half dug pool. It's like, it gets
Yeah,
weird
makes
for the
sense. That
builder.
makes
It's
sense,
just,
yeah.
it's not worth the headache
Yeah.
probably
Yeah.
at this point.
Yeah.
We have done that in the past though. I know that. So.
What else would be like after the fact, like a fence?
Fence,
or,
yeah, for sure.
Okay.
Yeah, I wish that we, were able to offer that. That's definitely a common request.
Do
but-
people like say, "Do you offer solar panels?" No, I'm just
Oh
kidding.
my goodness, no, not yet. But we do get a fair amount of people from like the West Coast, so I'm sure that they'll be wanting them. But
Yeah.
How many
people ask
do-
for that all the time.
How many people do you get? They're interested, but they're so worried about like living in an HOA.
Oh, so many people. Yeah, they think that the HOAs are gonna like somebody's out there with a ruler and measuring their grass. So I heard though, and
They do that.
They do that, yeah. Well, I sold a house to a guy who was on Trump's cabinet. He was a military advisor, and he lived in Vieira. I'm not sure in Vieira East or wherever he lived, but he had like $1 million home in Vieira East, and he was like a colonel. And he bought with me because they wouldn't allow him to park he had a Dodge like TRX, like $100,000 pickup truck that they wouldn't let him park on his driveway.
We couldn't park our boat.
So yeah, so I
Yeah.
mean, it gets crazy out
Yeah.
there. So yeah, I mean, and it is nice that we do have the spot lot division that we can, if they don't want an HOA, they don't have to live in an HOA. We build a bunch of different floor plans outside of an HOA too. So
That's good to know.
yeah, so that's easy.
So the HOA, okay, educate me, a dumb
Sure.
question
Yeah, go
maybe.
ahead.
So is the HOA like already created before the construction happens?
Yeah, we get with like a big property management company,
Okay.
and then they run the HOA. DR Horton kind of oversees that,
Gotcha.
but they ultimately make the rules.
And
all
then
of
do
that.
they, is that what is part of the paperwork where you're like, here are the rules, here are the, all the stuff, disclosures of all the.
Yep.
okay.
So we have to disclose all that. They
Okay.
sign off on that they read all of that and that they're good with the terms of the HOA. Although I do think the HOAs got a little bit more lenient. I heard, and obviously I should know this because I do this for a living, but I heard that DeSantis passed a law recently that if your garbage cans are out, they can't really tell you anything about that, and that you can have fruit trees now. They can't tell you that you can't have fruit trees. And I think you can even have sheds now, but don't quote me on that.
Okay.
That's cool. That's good to know.
So
Yeah,
they've
so-
gotten more lenient. And that's across all of
Yeah.
Florida.
So you guys manage the HOA through like a property manager, and then it gets turned over to the homeowners once the construction is completed? Or
Yeah,
at a
and
certain
actually,
point?
typically, from my experience, that's when the problems. That's when most of these problems occur. Is when you have a the residents
You
on
have
the
a board,
and
yeah.
the power goes to their head. Now you can't build your swing set in your backyard or
Yeah.
whatever the case is. So
Yeah, that really does stink.
they just wrote me a
Yeah,
letter.
it's
'cause
like a double-edged sword, right? You don't want the neighborhood to go to crap, but some of the stuff you hear about, you're like, why do we care?
Yeah.
just
Like
leave it
after this, I
alone.
gotta-
Oh, it's brutal. It's brutal. I'm part of
Yeah.
an HOA that's owned by the
Yeah.
board is residents.
The cold just killed my palm tree, so that's on my list of things to do because the HOA keeps sending me letters about I have a dead palm tree in my front yard.
We all do.
I know. So
the heck,
From
yes.
here to South Florida. Yeah.
It is.
yeah,
My whole entire neighborhood's brown.
yeah. Oh, it looks gross.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
Awful.
Yeah, it's
Not
bad.
awesome. No, it's sad.
I have a buddy, I won't say who it is, but he's now on the board of his HOA because they were giving him crap about everything, and now he runs the HOA. And so
I bet he
that's
does.
the way to
That's
do
the
it.
move. That's the
the one
move
way to
right
do it.
there.
Yeah.
I was put on the board for a bit, but then it was like, hey, we'll only meet once every other week. And then it became once every 3 days. And I'm like, guys, I haven't got time for this. And
Yeah.
it was about nothing.
Yeah, both of my neighbors are on my HOA, and they're like, "Oh yeah, we're gonna be so cool and so lenient." Now they're the ones sending me letters
About the palm tree.
trees.
Yeah. That checks out.
Never have voted for you, Melissa.
we'll make sure to send them this episode.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's them, but I only assume.
Backtrack.
Yeah, but there's nothing they'd say there's nothing you can really do. Just let Mother Nature takes its course. March. I mean,
Yeah.
this month, next month, it'll come back to life. Maybe
Is it
hopefully.
dead, or do you think it's going to come back?
I mean, it's pretty dead. It's pretty dead.
Yeah, I've got foxtail palms that look
Yeah.
bad,
Yeah.
but you
But
have
I'm
to give it at
waiting.
least a month
Yeah.
until the grow season starts. Yeah.
Yeah. This one it looks pretty rough, but we'll see. I
Yeah.
mean, I'm probably not going to do it.
Don't
today,
lie, dude.
so it's
It was probably dead before the cold.
I mean,
You better get it out.
It was
Insurance
on
won't
its
cover
way.
it.
It was on its
It's on
way
its way
out,
out,
baby.
Yeah, insurance won't cover dead trees, so you might as well just get it out.
Yeah, for sure.
Good call. Good
Yeah.
plug.
Yeah, I had to put one in there. That's fun.
All right, cool.
Yeah, this has been great, man.
Well,
Thanks
hey,
for
man,
stopping
I
by.
appreciate you coming in, dude.
Yeah, no, thank you guys so much. Yeah, this was great. This was awesome.
Yeah.
And then I'm
Anything
sure
we can do for you, let us know.
Yeah,
man. We'd
let's-
love to team up on some
Yeah,
stuff.
Yeah,
I'll
I'd love to
definitely
do
be in touch. Because Jason and I do, a lot of the marketing stuff, so we'll, definitely kind of
I
collaborate
know
on
it's tricky.
something.
You guys have your own insurance, whatever, but yeah, we'd love to see, possibly come in.
Yeah, I
and
mean,
be an
the
option.
value add for us is, we have the entire marketplace on the home side.
Yeah.
And we're just so connected with home insurance. It's what we do day in and day out. It's what we lead with. It's what we market to.
Yeah, I've heard nothing but good things about you, about your brokerage. I've heard,
Yeah.
that you guys are awesome. So yeah, I'd love to connect and at least, maybe do larger realtor gatherings
Yeah,
and
that'd
kind
be
of
great.
bring our networks together. That'd
Absolutely,
be great.
man. It's
Let's do
fantastic.
it.
Well, I appreciate you, Matt.
Yeah,
Thanks
thank
for
you so
coming
much.
in, dude.
Appreciate it.
Yes, nice
No,
meeting
thank
you. That was
you.
fun.
Yeah, that's
Awesome.
awesome.
Appreciate that.
Thank you guys.
All right, man.
All right,
Have a
let's
good
get
one.
out. See you. That's a wrap for this episode of the Studio 321 podcast, powered by Brightway, the Steve Trout Agency. We can't thank you enough for being part of our journey. If you enjoyed this episode, be sure to subscribe, leave us a review, and share it with a friend. Until next time, 3, 2, 1, We're out.